Aren't you supposed to let us know? You didn't say a word.
You heard when I said I'm clicking.
No.
I told her to click.
Right, but that don't mean she did it. You tell her a lot of things.
Good point.
You know the people that...
Sorry, that was... I'll take...
She quit.
Yeah, we
love
we
you.
love you.
I was a distraction.
Exactly.
My apologies.
Woosah moment.
Exactly.
Kumbaya,
Bananas.
my lord.
Kumbaya.
That was a good baritone.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you gonna stop right there though?
Why not?
Because when it changed octaves, I mean, like that was really good.
I've been practicing.
Okay.
In the mirror.
In the shower with the acoustics.
On the toilet.
Exactly. I sound real good on the toilet.
It was like Kumbaya.
Good one.
Somebody got an issue. You constipated or something. That is a shame.
Listen, man, we think too much about it. It's very
Great mind.
There's something wrong with you two. I don't understand.
We've been hanging around you too long.
They say you feed somebody long enough to take on your traits.
Why are you showing a banana thing?
Banana chip.
Why are you showing a banana chip? What's that got to do with
You
anything?
feed somebody too long. And that's why
A banana.
You feed them long
Okay.
enough, they'll take on your traits.
Oh.
If you had to be a fruit, which one would you be? Girl, yummy. Say it.
I was literally thinking, juicy. I'm definitely a peach.
Okay. Why?
Soft skin on the outside. It's so juicy on the inside. But you gotta get me when I'm ripe.
Girl. Hey, damn. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to say that on my own.
Although peaches are hairy, but
No, I'm not. That's soft.
I've had hairy peaches.
I eat the skin of peaches. Go.
Go what?
You act like it's hairy needs shaving.
Right.
It's not. It's a soft
Baby
You thinking
hair.
about a dragon fruit.
a jackfruit.
Jackfruit. What would you be if you had to be a fruit? Well, if not vegetable, fruit, what would you be?
Off the top of my head, I guess a banana.
I'm almost scared to ask.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
Just keep it moving.
But you get bit all the time. And then you turn brown and shrivel up.
Oh, nastiness.
It depends upon who's doing the eating.
You should be an eggplant.
An eggplant?
Why?
Why?
Is I can't say. Just go to your nearest grocers and look up eggplant. You're like, oh! It stays firm often, even after a while. Honestly, I've never.
Cucumbers do too.
No, cucumbers get mushy when they get old.
I heard
They
cucumbers are
start
good for your
losing-
skin, though.
But they.
Can't nobody hear her.
And she
she
whispered.
whispering.
All
So
I heard was
eggplants or
eggplants.
what? What you say? Studio audience is speaking.
Eggplant get mushy as well over time.
Eggplants
I've never
get
had
mushy
one.
as well over
I love
time.
eggplant, so that's why I was saying I've never had one.
Don't let the
last long
eggplant sit
enough.
around.
I don't.
You need to make sure that you use the
I
eggplant on a
do.
regular basis.
You mean intake it?
My eggplant lasagna is phenomenal.
I bet it is.
Really?
You need to make that
Really
for us.
is good. You've had it before.
You gonna bring
I
that
have.
next week on the Profit and Growth Hour? What had happened was?
Probably not because it'll be. I don't know what I'm doing next weekend.
Okay.
I'll throw it in there though. I'll throw it in there. It will not be a crowd day, but it'll be just a regular day. But it is. Instead of
A
using
what day?
it won't be a crowd day.
I don't know what that means.
When we have all of our hosts come in and our
Right.
broadcasters come in, one of those Saturdays where it's
Crowds.
mass
Okay.
folk, it'll have to be because I am not making enough for an army.
You don't have to. There's always other things. Not everybody has to eat.
It's really awesome.
They make plastic containers with lids, you know.
Yeah.
They can come back and
I might actually
Keep 'em coming back.
bring you some to work. Give you a little surprise to the
Yummy.
week that you
Shabba.
what does Shaba got to do with it?
I'm just wondering why our producer holding her stomach like she pregnant.
She
like,
said
what is-
eggplant and got nauseous.
Oh yeah, that make you nauseous.
She may be pregnant.
No, she's not
Right.
pregnant. She's not sexually active.
How you know?
Because she's not afraid to share that
Inquiring
information.
minds
Exactly.
wanna know.
She all sharing
I'm
her
not
business.
sexually
She makes the
active.
love to the Holy Spirit, and that is it.
You're not. You proud to say it? I am too. America, I am not sexually active.
Amen.
Yeah, me too.
Negro, please.
At all.
11 years.
You don't know what I be
You
doing.
haven't been sexually
11
active
years.
in 11
In 11
years?
years.
11 years.
You
Celibate
revirgitize.
for 11 years.
You revirgitize. 11 years. One more year, you're bicentennial.
You might as well be. All right.
Retired.
Know how
She
to,
said retired.
you know how to use
I
stuff?
said, "Are you retired?"
She hung
Or
up-
you gonna ever
she hung
use it
her-
again?
She hung her drawers up
Exactly.
in the bedroom, like Michael Jordan's jersey, retired in the
Girl.
jail. And that's it. No more.
That's that virtuous woman.
Hey, you better go on now.
Mm.
What you waiting on?
Yeah.
One more
The one.
to fulfill though out of that 31.
You have what now?
She has one more scripture to fulfill out of Proverbs 31
What is that? Please do tell. To get married?
to get married.
That's good. I think being a Proverbs 31 woman in today's society is very challenging and could only be endured if you're single.
And I'll say this, not only, but the problem is very few men want a Proverbs 31 woman.
They always talk about a Proverbs 31 woman, but it requires a very specific man to have that woman.
Yeah.
It requires
they're
a
not
very
willing to be there.
specific parenting to raise children. Because, of course, everybody looks at Proverbs 31 as just
This
the
nut
woman's.
looking it up. He
I
Googled.
know, just as
Right,
the
I wanna read it
woman's,
to the people.
woman's
You're talking about
outlook,
whatever.
but it's a whole
Not everybody
team
knows.
involved in that. They highlight her, but it's literally everybody has to play their part.
That's
in
true.
order for that to
Men
be.
don't want a Proverbs 31 woman.
They want a woman that's experienced with all like
They want
They
Cardi
want
B.
They want a woman at the well.
They want Cardi
before
B.
Jesus came.
Well,
They're the
then.
woman that got stoned.
That's what they want. Or almost got stoned.
Right.
That's exactly what they want.
That's
The
what
woman
they
that
work
almost
for.
got stoned.
In Proverbs 31, the words of King Lemuel, the utterance which his mother taught
The
him.
elect men want and
My
understand the
son.
virtue. The elect. There's very few elect.
Is that Proverbs 31?
Many are called, but few are chosen, or even accept the position. But whose fault is that, though? Is that society's fault? Is that their upbringing? Is that the lack
A
of
combination of
fathers in the home?
all of the above.
I can't say that my grandfather, my paternal grandfather, I don't know, but my dad is awesome. Even through the highs and lows of life, him being a young teen dad, I had the opportunity, not when I was 1, 2, or 3, but I knew enough about, now that I'm adult, his growing and his transition to understand the hardships that he faced being, he and my mother being young teen parents.
Yeah.
You know, and who he is today, like, hands down, he accepts the
growth.
areas where he fell short,
Right.
you know, and no amount of time can he make up for what was done in the past or not done in the past or whatever was missed or, you know,
Right.
whatever was taken for granted. But the life that he lives today, literally for me, is what I base my trials and tribulations on. I saw my dad suffer through it, and he came out on top. And he didn't let it stop, and he didn't use it as a crutch or an excuse. And I think that same upbringing is what I have. So
Yeah.
even though he didn't have a father present to instill and teach that in him, so I can't say because, you know, the dad wasn't in the house, they
Yeah.
don't turn out right.
Well, he matured.
Well, he actually did have a father.
He had, in his life, active, present in his
His
life.
father figure was the military.
Well, true, but again,
Right, because
that
the
was a
military
choice.
gave him discipline, gave him order,
Right.
gave him structure,
Absolutely.
taught him the things that you need to do to be a constructive adult in
And
this
think
world
about
and
the
things
young
of that
men
nature.
who don't have any of that. No military.
Right.
No,
Exactly.
Right.
father figure. You know, they just have mom trying to be mom
Mom and dad, right?
Yeah. So
Commend
yeah.
them,
And his mother,
but it's not.
Shout
The
out
most perfect
to
thing.
Grandma Maddie. She's 92, 93.
Wow.
Still on her own.
Wow.
I mean, I would say kicking rocks, throwing rocks, and taking names. So,
Kicking butt.
yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Longevity is in my family, so I have to live right because
what's
I'm going
up.
to be here for a while to live through whatever
Yeah.
reputation I
Girl, you can have a child at 70 and still be.
We not.
Okay.
We not, though.
No.
The virtuous woman.
Sarah.
Proverbs
I ain't the
31:10.
Sarah chick.
Who can find a virtuous wife? For her worth
Who can
is
find?
far
He need to put
above
pause
rubies.
right there.
So,
and answer
right,
that.
Who
right
can
there.
find?
Who
Who can find? Exactly. We
The
can't
righteous
because
elect
y'all ain't
man.
virtuous. So
No.
women these days aren't very virtuous, so they have to ask the question, who can find? And that's the problem. Out of 1,000 women, there may be one that may be virtuous. Now everybody think they virtuous, but they're really not virtuous. So so
Read
we
to us what a
men
virtuous
are
woman
asking the
are.
question, who can find one?
Actually, that could be God asking who, meaning what man can find a virtuous woman. There may be plenty of virtuous women out there, but there's a certain type of
Nah,
man that
that's
can
not
find.
how that's
can't
being
just,
interpreted.
Can't just any man find a virtuous woman.
Because they don't exist.
No, it's because the
Few
women
and
don't
far,
exist.
exactly, they're few and far between.
Well, you don't need to
Just
you
go to social
never-
media.
You never
Go to
answer-
social
No, no, no,
media.
no, no. We're
Scroll
going
down
back to
social
what you
media
said.
and see who's virtuous.
We're gonna go back to what you said. You cannot say they don't exist. That's like
Right.
us, a woman
No,
saying a
of
good
course
man
they
don't
do.
exist.
There's no good
Of
black men.
course they do exist,
Right.
but they're few and far between.
Just like
They
good
are the
men
minority.
are few and far between.
Exactly, because we're all locked up in prison. Not all, once
No.
again, the majority. A lot of them are locked up because we've been
No.
railroaded, because we're all
No.
innocent.
Try again. Try
Don't
again.
For her worth
Don't
is
use that
energy for
far
something
above
else.
rubies.
'Cause he'll
The
lose his
heart
battle.
of her husband safely trusts her.
Stop right there.
Stop right there. Okay, so men have an issue. Did this mug?
She broke it.
Father God, y'all keep going. I got a solution to this. Keep going.
The
The heart of her husband safely trusts her.
But here's the heart. That part. You can't determine what's in a person's heart. I think people's life's experience drive how their heart is. If they're cold-hearted, it's because they lived in a cold-hearted world.
Right.
If
Their heart is
they're-
hardened.
Right. Whatever that is. So the heart of her husband trusts in her. Yeah. That requires him to have the heart of Christ. Husband loved your wife, his wife loved the church and gave his life for it. If that man does not have a heart that exemplifies that, he's not going to trust in her. They'll find insecurities, they'll find reasons to doubt and fear and speculation, or just drive because they're looking for something that they did not get in their childhood or wherever that was. So
Or
that
the-
identifies his heart has to be in a certain
Or-
place to trust her.
The opposite of that is the heart of her husband safely trusts her, which means there has to be a trust factor that he has to see in her in order for his heart to be able to safely trust her. So if she out running around, if she out staying
That's
out all
different.
hours of the
Right, right.
night,
There's no trust
then
in that.
obviously he's not going to be able to trust
Absolutely.
her as a result.
Right.
So it's
And
a
I
two-way
agree.
street.
I
So
agree.
yeah, everybody has a past. Everybody has past experiences and everything. But at the end of the day, she has to be able to warm his heart to such a degree where he does not now fear her stepping out and doing things that are ungodly or unchristian.
I think both of their hearts need to be in the same place.
I agree. We're going to come back from break and talk more about this. Family, you're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media,
The
the
voice
voice of the community.
The thing ran out.
The video card is full.